Hi, I'm Caitlin and welcome to the Lit Review. Today we are doing an unboxing. This is my Read Romance Repeat box brought to you by the Ripped Bodice, which is an all romance oriented bookstore here in Los Angeles. It's one of my favorite bookstores of all time. This box, essentially for roughly $40 plus shipping, gets you 2 paperback romances and a bookish good, curated for you by the lovely people at the Ripped Bodice. So they send like the same 2 books out to everybody, so when I say curated, it's not personalized, but they are like some of the new hot picks that they think you should be checking out. And so far it's been a really diverse array of genres and authors, and that's been super exciting. This subscription box launched at the beginning of the year, so this is April's box, and I can't wait to take you through it. Before we actually get into the box, I want to show off this box a little bit because I think it's one of the more unique boxes in the realm of subscription boxes because it changes up a little bit every month. So here's like kind of the title page of it. They change the print every month. This one is kind of that kind of springtime color for April. This back, I don't know how well you could see the detail on the print itself, but it reminds me of one of those like Jane Austen cloth-bound books, and so I kind of just like that vibe for this month. Then of course they always on one end show you what month you're actually in, which is I like. I know it's like a strange detail to care about, but I really like that they do this. And then, you know, good old hashtags and places to get in touch. And then my other favorite thing that this box does is every month there's a quote on the outside of the box. I just think that's like super neat. And unfortunately, you can see I had like a postal sticker get stuck over this, so I had to rip that off. But the quote says, "Love doesn't make the world go round. Love is what makes the ride worthwhile." Elizabeth Barrett Browning, 1806 to 1861. What a sweet little quote. I love that. Okay, so now that you've gotten the box tour, let's get into it. So the first thing I see in the box is like the little like leaflet, but I'll come back to it because it's spoilery. Oh my gosh, I think this has got to be a mug. This has got to be a mug. It says, "Kiss and let me tell you" on the top. What are you? Okay, so it is a mug, and it says, "Only HEAs, or happily ever afters, need apply to my TBR." Oh, okay, so there's some cute little, like, paper goods in here, too. It's probably telling me about this mug. Oh. "Kiss and let me tell you," romance novel merch. Oh my gosh, hi, I'm gonna check this out. They have an Etsy store and an Instagram. So if you are not a subscriber to this box but would like to get your hands on something like this, please go check them out. Oh my gosh, I will be checking them out after this video. Oh! And then there's this little sticker that's in the style of like Friends with spelling out romance, and then it says, "The one with all the happy endings." Totally gonna use this in a bullet journal, let's be real with ourselves. I even posted something about this on my Instagram stories this past week where I was like, I have too many mugs, but let me go buy some more mugs. I do have too many mugs. Is that going to stop me from using this? God, no. Oh, hi. Hi, little friend. Do you have thoughts about mugs? Yeah, do you like the mug? Do you like it? If you haven't met my cat, this is Erwin. He sometimes graces us with his presence, but he never stays for long because he's very curious and... Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe he's just going to chill back there and you'll see his tail twitch. Who's to say? Well, we'll see how this goes. Anyway, I'm going to continue on with the unboxing. Please enjoy the cat feet. And again, I know I've said this before, but I love and treasure that this book box is all about the paperbacks, because to me, like, hardbacks are cool and exciting in some cases, but the majority of my collection is paperbacks, and that's how I like it. So I love that this is a paperback only box. Oh man. So what I also love about this box is it gets me some picks that like I maybe wouldn't have tried, because I'm guilty of this as a romance reader in particular. I get into these habits where, because the genre tends to be very prolific, I will deep dive onto my favorite authors' backlogs or new books and zone in on a handful of authors, and I often miss out on completely new people because I'm just too busy deep diving on, you know, old faithfuls essentially. So this sounds like such a good book. So this sounds like something I would have absolutely let pass me by in a bookstore, but the premise, when I read into it, sounds freaking fantastic. And that's Flirting with Forever by Kara Bastone. Our main character is Mary. She's in her mid-30s and she's just returned to the dating pool. I'm sure there's a backstory there. And basically she owns this really cute little boutique, and one of her regular customers is like, how about I set you up with my son? So when her son John shows up, he's super handsome, seems really nice until he makes a dismissive comment about her age. John's mom is like heckin' determined to get John and Mary together, so she keeps setting up these little meetings for them throughout the summer, and they start to become friends. So this does seem like it's going to be a like friends to lovers romance potentially, but it sounds really cute. It says on the front, a Forever Yours novel, so this is probably like a standalone in a series situation. Where you can read them by themselves, but like if you read the whole series, there's like intertwining characters or things like that. But this looks cute, and I'm happy to give it a shot. Oh shit. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. So I literally just bought this because in April I am allowed to buy books. So I literally just bought this book. So I'm very glad to receive it. I will now have duplicate copies. This book is The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes by Zhao Axelrod. And this just seemed so cool. Like I'm kind of intrigued by the Hollywood or entertainment industry style romances. Sometimes they work for me, sometimes they don't. Toni Bennett is our main character. She has been an aspiring musician for so long. She's done a lot of her growing up and also like lived experience up and down the East Coast in bars. And when she's a young woman, she meets this guy named Sebastian, or Seb, and they kind of feel connected. They have a little bit of a romantic moment. They feel like they're gonna get out of their small town lives together. Seb leaves and like doesn't look back, doesn't stay in touch. And so now cut to probably the main drama of this, where Toni is finally potentially getting her big break to be in a part of this band. And it turns out that Sebastian's the manager. Yes. So it's going to be kind of a second chance romance potentially. It just looks so good. It's nice. It's a nice little thick romance novel though too. Okay, so I actually dug out the leaflet for last month to see the clues, because they always leave little pictorial clues on the leaflets, and I'll show you that for this month as well. But it makes a lot of sense now that I'm looking at it, because we have a mug. So they clue for the item, which is cool. I guessed this. I guess we were getting a mug or some kind of tea, so very excited about that. I think my initial guess for the taxi was that it was going to be like somebody was going to be a taxi driver or a jet setter. It turns out both of these books are set on the East Coast and in New York, so that makes sense for both of the books. And then the music notes in particular works for The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes because Toni's a musician. So I'm feeling good about the clues now that I understand some of their patterns. So let's actually look at the leaflet for May and see if we can figure anything out. Okay, so there's always a little note from the owners of the Rip Bodice, Bea and Leah. Oh, okay, interesting. We don't have clues this month. We don't have clues this month. Oh, I'm upset now. Oh, okay. Let me back. So usually this is where the clues would go. There are no clues. There's like a little game instead where test your knowledge of romance, match the author with the number of books they have written. I'm a little sad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I missed the clues. I like the clues. So I'm not gonna play the little game, but I will give you a tour of the rest of this. So there's always a QR code about the vendor who creates the item. So in this case, it's the Kiss and Let Me Tell You. So again, they have an Instagram and an Etsy shop. I will definitely be checking them out. And then I love that they do this too, where you can see another little QR code, and this will have all the content warnings or trigger warnings you could possibly want for these novels. So I haven't utilized this feature, to be honest with you, because I like to go in with very little knowledge. I do tell you things like trigger warnings and content warnings when I review a book, but like this, I don't use this feature, but I deeply appreciate that it's there. Okay, so then on the inside, we have two kind of notes from the author and some QR codes for them as well. So the QR codes for the authors usually lead to like their website or, you know, like a list of the books that they have. In this case, we also get an additional QR code. It includes a link to a playlist for the band The Lilies, and including, it says, their first single, I Burn. So if you want to check out a playlist for this book, that's here. I think that's super cool. And then of course you also get another letter from the author and a QR code for more of their work, more of information about them. So I am a little disappointed that I don't get to like puzzle piece together some stuff. There are no clues this month. So I'm just gonna have to find out with everybody else next month what's there. So that's my Read Romance Repeat box for April, and it's coming in like just at the last little bit of April too, which is perfect. I haven't filmed my Litland yet. I'm going to be filming it today, so maybe I can squeeze in, if not these books, then maybe some of the previous Read Romance Repeat books, or at least a girl can hope. So yeah, we'll get into these sometime soon. Like I mentioned before, April is winding down, so this is like my last little bit of being able to buy books. This is also the last week that my Amazon wishlist will be open. I will be closing it at the end of April. So if you would like to support me or this channel by buying a book, please check out the link below. Of course, there are many ways to support this channel with a like or a comment. I hope you had fun watching this unboxing. I definitely had fun doing the unboxing. So thank you for spending time with me. I hope you have a fantastic reading day. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me or this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!